Good morning, guys. Everyone, please check your audio and video settings. Please respond in the chat box. Yes, guys. Listen, guys. If you are learning this course, there is no need of attending Spring course separately. Okay? There is no need of attending Spring course separately. So this course is equal to Spring course plus, okay, Spring Boot plus microservices. Understanding my point? Spring Boot plus microservices. So there is no need of attending Spring course separately. Instead of spending 3-4 months for Spring course, again another 3-4 months for Spring Boot with microservice course, I prepared such a course curriculum, okay, where Spring content will be covered, Spring Boot with microservice content will be covered. We will learn all concepts of Spring, okay, in Spring Boot angle. So that means no concept will be missed. For example, to develop web application, we have Spring MVC. Same thing we study as a Spring Boot MVC. Okay, same concept we study as what? Spring Boot MVC. Am I audible, guys? For database connectivity, earlier we studied Spring JDBC. Here we study Spring Data JPI. Come on. Spring Data JPI, and in that one we will study connectivity using JDBC, connectivity using Hibernate. Like this, every concept of Spring will be covered in Spring Boot angle. But what about Spring Basics, sir? Are Spring Basics we learn in order to get grip on Spring Framework. Once we got the grip on Spring Framework, we will be launching Spring Boot. And with the knowledge of Spring Boot, we will be studying what? Microservices. Understanding my point? Yes, guys. Okay, guys. Now, if you are looking for previous classes content, previous classes notes, and course curriculum, you can visit this URL. Spend time in the URL. I'm sharing all the things, guys. See, your batch code is NTSPBMS714 intro 4. So having this one, whatever files are there, download and open them with the paintbrush. Yes. The people who joined today, please type yes in the chat box. This is the one file, and every day one file will be uploaded. Like this, you'll see 4 files so far. So download all the 4 files and study in a proper order. Next, if you go down, yeah, this one, course content of Spring Basics. Course content of Spring Basics. This entire course curriculum is available in the form of PDF document. You can see the course content. Yes, if you want to watch previous class videos, guys, if you are looking to watch previous class videos, okay, this is Naresh IT YouTube channel, guys. See, in the home page itself, lot of videos are there. Last 3 classes videos are there. Just take this URL and watch them. Yes, boss. Now let me revise what we discussed in yesterday's class. Yesterday, we understood the importance of the Java bean. First of all, tell me, what is Java bean, guys? Java bean is a Java bean is a okay. Java bean is a Java class that is developed by following some standards. Okay, it acts as a helper class, carrier to carry data from one project to another project, from one class to another class. Right, guys. What are the standards we should follow, guys? Class must be taken as public class to make it visible everywhere. Recommended to implement serializable. Only serializable object data we can send over the network. Understanding my point? Okay, guys. Next one. All member variables must be taken as private, non-static. Then only data will be allocating inside the object having security. Encapsulation, guys. Every property should have a getter method and setter method, so that from sender point of from sender place, we can send only the data to the properties that are required. At the receiving side, we can read only those property values that are required. Every property should have a separate getter method and setter method. Setter methods are there to set or modify data. Getter methods are there to read the data. Directly or indirectly, one zero param constructor should be there. Directly means you should place. Indirectly means if no constructors are placed, compiler generates one default constructor that is also zero param constructor. Why, sir? That's to make object creation process bit easy. To make object creation process bit easy, guys. Next. Okay, without Java bean, what is the problem? Look at this service class, guys. Service class is a Java class that contains some business logic in the business method. I have designed business method with how many parameters, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, while calling method after creating object for service class in the client application, I have to feel bit heavy because I have to remember order of parameters, right? We have to remember count of parameters. Somehow we have to concentrate on type of parameters. Understanding my statement? And if I don't know 1, 2 values, still I should pass, okay, technically legal values. Suppose I don't know company name, I cannot ignore, right? I have to pass technically legal values. So this much headache is there or not there? So what is that? Okay, designing Java method having more than 3 param is a bad practice. Okay, what is the solution for the problem, guys? Okay, take one Java bean having those 5 properties. Having those 5 properties, take one Java bean and design Java method. Design Java method. Are you listening, guys? Design Java method having Java bean as the property type. Having Java bean as the property type. Okay, read the data from Java bean, write your business logic with the support of getter methods. Now you observe in client application, service class object creation, normal, guys. But here I created what? Java bean class object, and by calling setter method, I'm setting data to the properties. Tell me, while setting data to the properties of Java bean by calling setter method, do I need to worry about order boss? See, ENO is the first, but I'm passing E name. Number one. Number two, do I need to worry about count? No. If I don't set 1, 2 property values, they will be assigned with default values automatically, na boss? Yes. Because of the property names in the setter method, setting values, calling methods becomes easy or not, self-description is there or not. Lastly, guys, calling method also becomes easy because you have to call method after all with one argument. So now what happened, guys? Client application is one class, service class is another class. How client application is passing 5 values to service class in the form of single object. What is that single object? Java bean class object. So now Java bean class is very good helper class, acting as a data carrier from one class to another class or not? Acting as a data carrier from one class to another class or not? Are you listening my statement, guys? Come on. Okay, guys. So later, there are so many terminologies, but our main aim is understanding Spring Bean, guys. Okay, but with respect to that, so many other terminologies are there. So I decided to talk about all the terminologies. What are those, guys? Pozo class, Posy, Java Bean class, Bean class or component class, and Spring Bean class. So did we learn everything yesterday or only did we learn everything yesterday? Only Pozo class we studied. Yesterday we studied only about Pozo class. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Yesterday we studied only about Pozo class, guys. Pozo class, guys. Plain old Java object class, guys. The ordinary Java class without any specialities is called what? Pozo class. Clear, guys? In most of the situations, we can compile Pozo classes with the support of what? Java or JDK libraries. No need of adding any third-party libraries, JWE libraries. Understanding my point there? What is Pozo class? It is the Java class that is not extending and implementing any technology or framework API classes and interfaces. And after in advanced topics also, we will be developing Java class as what? Ordinary class. Such classes are called as what? Pozo classes. I am developing Java class in Spring, but that class is not implementing Spring API interfaces and not extending from Spring API classes. Then that class is called what? Pozo class. We're actually learning advanced topics, guys. But there we are still developing classes as ordinary classes. Such classes are called Pozo classes. Tell me, guys, Pozo class is against of implementing interface? Is your Pozo class is really against of implementing interface, guys? No. Against of extending from other class? No. Really no. It is against of implementing technology or framework specified interfaces. Come on. It is against of extending from technology or framework API classes. It can happily implement Java language interfaces, and it can happily extend from Java language classes, or it can extend from user defined classes. It can implement what? User defined interfaces. Understanding? Tell me. I think yesterday we have seen various permutations and combinations related to that or not. Yes, boss. Okay, today, shall we move to new discussion, guys? Okay, guys. Shall we get into the discussions, boss? What is our discussion? Posy. Posy or Posy interface? Tell me guys, POSI interface. Plain old Java interface. Plain old Java interface. An ordinary interface without any specialities. Without any specialities is called POSI. Next one. POSI can be compiled by using Java or JDK libraries. That means no need of adding Java, no need of adding JWE or third-party libraries to the class path or build path. Class path or build path. Okay, guys. Next one. The Java interface that is not extending from technology or framework API interfaces is called POSI. Is called POSI. Next, same lines, guys. POSI is not against of extending from interfaces. It is against of extending from. Come on, guys. In outside we say class path, in Eclipse we say build path. Understanding my statement, guys? Yeah, from tomorrow onwards, I'll start session exactly by. From tomorrow onwards, I'll start session exactly by 7 o'clock. Okay, initial days are over now. I hope you are habituated getting up in the morning. Yes, tomorrow I'll start exactly by 5 minutes, 5 minutes to 10 minutes. I will revise the subject. Okay, guys. Yes, POSI is not against of extending from interfaces. Okay, guys. It is against of extending from, come on, technology or framework API interfaces. Okay, boss. Now, can I give some examples, guys? Interface demo. Some declaration of methods are there. Tell me, demo is POSI or non-POSI? Demo is POSI or non-POSI? Yes. Demo is POSI. Interface demo 1. Okay, interface demo. Yes, guys. Interface demo 1 extends demo. extends what? Demo. Tell me guys here. Demo 1 or posy. Demo 1. Both are posy, guys. What do you say, guys? It's posy or not? Yes. Clarity in subject is very important. Interface demo extends from java.rmi.remote. Remote RMI. RMI is a technology or part of Java language. Demo is not a posy. Yesterday we got clarity on all these concepts, guys. Interface demo extends from java.io.serializable. Interface extends from other interfaces. Okay. Tell me, guys, posy or non-posy? Here, demo is posy. Demo is posy. Next one, guys. Interface demo. Come on. Interface demo extends java.sql.connection. Posy or not posy? Demo is not posy. Yes, boss. Demo is not posy. Array, it is part of JDBC API now, boss. Come on. It's part of JDBC, and JDBC is a technology. I hope you are understanding. Okay. Ordinary interface without any specialities. Interface demo. Some declaration. On the top of it, I have written @remote. Okay, is AB API. Tell me, demo is posy or not a posy? Demo is a posy or not a posy? Demo is a posy or not a posy? Yes, as according to yesterday's discussion, demo is posy, but exceptional case, guys. We cannot compile this. To compile this interface, we need to add EasyAB API to class path. Come on. Right. Okay. This is exceptional case, guys. Because go by what it is extending. Don't go by annotations that are added. Okay. Exceptional case. Generally, POSIs can be compiled by using Java libraries. But in this kind of situation, 1 to exceptional cases will be there. I already discussed that, right? Okay, boss. With this, we completed what here? Now, but one thing I want to say, Spring Hibernate frameworks are non-invasive because they support, what is that? Because they support POSO and POSI model programming. Because they support POSO and POSI model programming. That means components can be taken as whatever classes we are developing, they can be developed as what? ordinary classes and interfaces. Whatever resources we are developing, they can be developed as what? Ordinary classes and interfaces. Everyone understood my point, guys? Come on. Everyone understanding my statement here, guys? Okay, boss. Next one. The Java class without specialities is called as what? POSO class. Java interface without speciality is called POSO. Java Bean, guys. Java Bean class. Already I have discussed it, guys. Already I discussed it. Remember, we just discussed about it. Refer previous class. We already discussed. But I'm going to take next level. I'm going to take next level. We have three types of Java beans. Three types of Java beans are very in real-time programming. Three types of, understanding my statement, guys? Right. Three types of Java beans are very popular in real-time programming. Okay, what are those, guys? VO class. Next one. Okay, guys. DTO class. Some part of industry also calls it as a TO class. Next, BO class. BO or entity or model class. There are many names, guys. So these are the three types of value object, data transfer object, business object. What is that? Business object. Okay, guys. Yes, boss. Three types of Java beans. Java beans are very popular in real-time programming. Before explaining what is what, guys, let me give some clarity here. Every Java bean class is POSO class, but every POSO class is not Java bean. I hope you are understanding. Because when you are developing Java bean, at max what we are doing, implementing serializable. Right now, at max what we are doing, implementation of serializable. So it's part of Java language. So that's why every Java bean is a POSO class, but every POSO class is not a Java bean. I hope you are understanding my statement. Are you listening my statement, guys? Come on. Someone asking me what is the difference between POSO class and Java bean. Are POSO class can be any class, but Java bean is a class that is developed by following standards. Every Java bean is a POSO class, but every POSO class is not a Java bean. Do you think POSO class is having some standards to follow, like getter methods, setter methods, non what is that? Implementation of serializable interface. Are you understanding my point, guys? Okay, guys. Every Java bean is a POSO class. But 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 every POSO class is not a Java bean. Java bean. Okay. Java bean class is a POSO class that is developed by adding some additional standards like public class, okay, setter getter methods, and etc. I think you know what are those standards, guys. It's something like this, guys. Every teacher is a student. Every teacher is a student, but it's not compulsory every student should become a teacher. Is that clear, guys? Because every teacher is a continuous student, guys. If he is not a student, he cannot be teacher, right? The reverse also same thing. Okay, sir, what is VO class, guys? Value object class. What is VO class? Value object class. While developing real-time projects, you want to store inputs or outputs in your Java Bean class object. And such a Java Bean class is called VO class. The Java Bean, okay, whose object holds either inputs coming to application or outputs generated by application is called VO class. See, all are Java beans, guys, but based on kind of data they are storing. So they are categorized as three types of Java beans. Very popularly, three types are there, but okay, generally we try to use Java bean in one of these three areas. So the Java bean whose object holds inputs or outputs of the application is called VO class. Generally, this class maintains all its properties as, okay, all its properties as string properties, okay, to receive and hold inputs, nothing but form data as it is, and also to give outputs for proper presentation. Outputs for proper presentation. Are you listening? Array form data, entire form data comes as a string, na? Yeah, that's why this class also receives the form data. Are you understanding my point? And it stores them as it is. Because this is the Java bean who want to represent either inputs or outputs. Generally, inputs comes in the form of what? Strings. While displaying output also, we would like to display them as strings so that presentation can be done by getting the length of the content, guys. Length of the each value by getting length of the each value. Also to give outputs for proper presentation, guys. Are you listening? Okay, you see one example, guys. You see one example, then you will enjoy like anything. Student VO.java. Listen, it's a good practice to have a VO word in the VO word in the class name when it is what? VO class. So adding word bean in the bean class name is out of fashion, guys. Adding the word bean in the bean class name is out of fashion. If it is VO, people are adding student VO. If it is BO, they are adding student BO. If it is DTO, they are adding student DTO. Come on. Adding word bean at the end of bean class name Bean class name is old fashioned, guys. Old fashioned. Okay. New trend is, okay, adding the words VO, DTO, BO at the end of class names. Yes, look at this class, guys. Public class student VO. Right. See the properties, boss. Private string SNO. Private string SNO. Are you listening my point? It is not int SNO. Are you observing? Don't be in that drowsy feeling. Early morning, I know that. Okay. 10 days. There is a formula. If you practice anything for 21 days, 22nd day onwards, it become part of your life. I know getting up early in the morning, attending classes, that too when online environment, when no one is monitoring, is bit difficult process. It's a difficult process. I do agree that, especially in the, we all are habituated to night lifestyle. But 21 days you practice, guys. 22 days automatically interest will come. Understanding? 22 days, 22nd day onwards, and spring is such a subject, it will give more interest. If you have a 10% willpower, 90% willpower comes because of what? Spring subject. Subject is also like that. It is very interesting. And I'm going to present in such a fashion, you will be motivated to get up early in the morning to attend classes like. You'll be waiting for next class. I hope already you started feeling it. Once coding starts, it subject becomes more interesting, guys. String yes name. M1, M2, M3. Yeah, if you want to declare all 5 variables in one place. Setters and getters. This is Vivo class, guys. Are you seeing all our string properties here? Are we observing all our string properties here? Because it is there to hold inputs as it is, or it is there to display output, guys, to carry outputs. It is also Java bin, but it is basic work is either holding inputs or holding outputs. Fine, boss. Okay, next one, DTO or TO. DTO, data transfer object class. Data transfer object class. TO class. Transfer object class. Yes. Hooray, all inputs comes in the form of strings, na? Vani madam, if you know Serlet knowledge, form data comes in the form of what, guys? Form data comes in the form of what? String values. And VO is there to hold inputs as it is. That's the reason it holds all its things as strings. When I answer your question, please keep the habit of writing yes or no in the chat box so that I can go to next process. Fine, boss. Later, this VO will be converted into DTO. DTO will be converted into BO. Are you understanding my point? See, VO class is not there to do big things. Its work is when inputs are coming, receive them and store them. Tell me, if you take web application, we will use forms, HTML forms, okay, to give the inputs. Okay, all HTML inputs will come in the form of what, guys? String values. And VO receives them and stores them as strings. VO receives them and stores them as strings. So that's the reason this class contains all its properties as string properties. Okay, guys, don't worry. When I start utilizing them, you will get idea. In future we are going to utilize them, then you will get idea. For the timing, you focus on DTO or TO, guys. The Java bean whose object contains shippable data, transferable data from one layer to another layer within the project, or from one project to another project over the network, is called as DTO, data transfer object. Generally, this class implements serializable interface and contains different types of properties as needed. As needed for the destination, it will maintain different types of properties. Tell me, guys, Flipkart is one project, PayPal is another project. How Flipkart will pass credit card or debit card details to PayPal, guys? As a DTO class object. Once a transaction is successfully done, okay, how PayPal will pass transaction details to what? Flipkart from PayPal, guys? Again, as a DTO class object. Again, as a DTO class object. Are you listening my statement, guys? Array, if both projects are there in Java, okay, Java bin. If both projects are not there in Java, then XML and JSON comes into picture. In this example, you have to assume, okay, our Flipkart project and PayPal project, both are there in what? Java environment. When both are not there in Java environment, then XML JSON comes into picture. Anyhow, we will study while before launching what? Microservices. I will be giving knowledge of web services. There I will talk about it. Understanding my statement? Okay, guys. The Java bean whose object to holds shippable or transferable data from one layer or class to another layer within the project, okay, or from one Java project to another Java project over the network. Is called DTO or TO class. Generally, this class implements java.io.serializable interface and contains various types of properties as required for the destination. Okay, guys. Shippable data, transferable data, it will maintain, guys. Okay, guys. Tell me. Flipkart sends credit or debit card details to PayPal in the form of Java bean class objects. Nothing but DTO. If both are there in Java, if both projects are developed, in Java, right, guys? So now let me show this example, guys. Okay, debit card info.dto. info DTO dot Java. Debit card info DTO dot Java. Let's see. Public class debit card info DTO implements java.io.serializable interface. Private long card number. Private long card number. Are you listening, guys? Private date, expiry date. Private string, bank name. Next, private string. Come on, guys. Payment gateway name. Gateway name. Private int CVV. Private int CVV. Come on. Private string owner name. Card owner name, guys. Like this, multiple details will go or not. Setters and getters. Speak out, my dears. Like this, multiple details will go or not. Yes, boss. This is what. I hope you got a clarity. Within the project from one layer to another layer, across the multiple Java projects, data will go in the form of Java bean. What type of Java bean it is? DTU. All are Java beans, guys. Based on kind of data they are carrying, kind of activity they are doing. We are having three popular Java beans. VO class, DTO class, BO class. Shall I move to the next one? We are going to use all these things. Don't worry. BO class. Business object class, guys. Business object class. Now listen, guys. Array, the data that is generated and stored in the database software, the data that is received, generated, used to perform business calculation and saved in database software is technically called business data. What data, guys? Business data. Array, important data only we save now, boss. The Java bean that holds either persistible data or persistent data. Persistible means to be saved. Persistent means already saved. Either persistible data or persistent data is called as what? Java bean. Is called as BO class. And some part of industry calls entity class. Why, sir? Tables in database software are called entities, and this is Java bean. The BO class object is also holding what? Table records. That's why it is called entity class. Model class. Our database data is also called model data. So that's the reason this class is also called as what? Model class. The Java bean whose object holds either persistible data to be saved to the database table or persistent data collected from database table is called BO class. Because that is a business data, important data. That's why we are trying to save in the database table or already saved in the database software. Already saved in the database software. Come on. The Java bean, okay, whose object holds either persistible data to be saved to the DB table as record or persistent data. Okay. Collected from DB table record is called BO class. BO class. Model class. Okay. Entity class. Entity class, guys. Okay. Generally, this class will be taken. Come on. This class will be taken on 1 per DB table basis. 1 per DB table basis. Next, BO or model or entity class properties, content data type must be compatible with DB table columns content data types. DB table column content data types. Let us assume this is my Oracle database software. There we got employee DB table. In that employee DB table, we are having employee number PK. Come on. Employee name varchar2. Next, not only this, anything you can take. Employee address varchar2. Salary float, guys. What is this? Salary float. Employee number, employee name, employee address, salary, guys. Okay, boss. Next, 1 per DB table means 1 DTO class for 1 DB table. Right, boss. Total, how many columns are there? 4 columns are there. Yes, okay. Here is my employee BO class dot Java. Yes, public class employee BO. Public class employee BO. Understanding my statement, guys, right? Listen, for int envo, may match, may not match. Variable names and column names, you may match, you may not match. That's up to you. But types should be compatible, guys. This is holding numbers. This is int. Compatibility is there. Private string e name. This is string type. This is string type. Compatibility is there. Come on, listening my point. Private string EADD. String compatibility is there. Next, float salary. Compatibility is there. Setters and getters. Setters and getters. Yeah, this is there to hold either persistible data or persistent data. Persistible data means to be inserted. Persistent data means already there in the table, we are retrieving and storing. See, boss, while doing registration activities, BO holds BO class object persistible to be saved. While doing report generation activities, BO class objects holds already saved records. I think you are understanding my point. What activity you are doing based on that, guys. Based on that, I am registering, I am creating new email account in the Gmail. At that time, BO holds to be saved data. No, I'm displaying what? All the email accounts collected from the Gmail as a report. I'm generating report for internal auditing. At that time, BO class objects holds already saved records from the table. So that's why persistable means to be saved. Persistent means already saved, we are collecting it. Okay, guys. Is that clear, guys? Okay. English, Ra Babu. Pure English. Surya, I think you have to improve your English grammar first. Yes, guys. This is DB software, DB table. This is BO class object. Here some data is there. 101 Raja clerk. Come on. Clerk salary. 90,000. Tell me, guys. This I want to insert into the table. Insert into the table. Now tell me, this data is called persistent data na or persistible data na? Persistible data. Persistible data. Are you listening, guys? Okay. Some other application is there. Some other process is there where I created this new object having data from okay. Tell me, guys. 101 Raja clerk. Tell me 90,000. Now this data has come from where, guys? This record has come from where? 101 Raja clerk 90,000. Now tell me this. Let us assume here we have a table called employee. Now tell me, guys, this time it is collected and stored into BO class object. So this time this object representing what data, guys? Persistent data. At least now clear? Clear? Okay, persistent data, guys. Or persistent data, your choice. Fine, boss. So I think you got idea about what is Java bean and what are the three types of Java beans, guys. Just remember one line statement. The Java bean that holds inputs or outputs, VO class. The Java bean that holds shippable data, transferable data, either within the project or across the multiple Java projects, DTO class. The Java bean that holds to be saved or retrieved data, to be saved from database table or retrieved data from database table is called BO class. I think single line statements are very important in our life, guys. I think you got clear cut clarity on this, boss. Now come to the next discussion. Bean class, Java bean class is different. Bean class, and what is this? Persistent data means permanent data. Also called as component class. Okay. Only for DTO we implement serializable, guys. VO and BO generally we use within the project. VO and BO generally we use within the project. That's why implementing serializable interface for BO and VO is optional. But DTO there is a possibility of. Okay, guys. DTO there is a possibility of sending data over the network. I hope you are understanding my statement. Okay, transferable data means between two classes, between two projects. Giving to database, collecting from database is not called transferring, boss. And moreover, database is part of the project. Database will not be treated as a separate project. My dears, some people are confusing. Sir, giving to database, collecting from database is also transferring data. No, 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 no. That is not called transferring. Database is also called as one more unit in the data project itself. Transferring data means between two classes of the project or between two Java projects. That is called transferring. So giving to database, collecting from database, don't consider it as a transferring data. That is called persistence, making our data permanent, or we are collecting data which is already stored. Okay, guys. And can you come back? Bean class, component class. Okay, guys. Are you understanding my point? Bean class or component class? See, boss, Java bean class is different. Only bean class is different. So actually, Microsoft terminology is component class, guys. But since Sun Microsystem does not like Microsoft terminologies, they have given one more terminology called bean class. So that's why Java bean class is different. Bean class is different. Don't confuse, guys. What do you mean by bean? Anything that is reusable is called bean, guys. In Microsoft terminology, that is called component, guys. Okay. The class or object that is reusable is called component, come on, is called component. This is Microsoft terminology. Or bean class is called component or bean class. 1 minute. Is called this one. This is Java terminology. Okay. Yes, guys. Now listen carefully. Reusability, class with reusability, object is reusability, is terminology is called component bean. First, listen. What is bean class or component class, guys? The Java class that is having state and behavior. State means variables. Behavior means methods. And also state is used while in the behavior. That means member variables are used while writing logics in the methods. Is called as Java, what that is called as bean class or component class. In fact, a perfectly developed Java class that is having member variables, methods, and inside the methods, member variables data is used, is technically called as what? Component class. The same thing in Java terminology is also called as bean class, guys. Okay, don't come to one conclusion until I'll write the example code. Please focus. The Java class that is having state and behavior. State and behavior. Data in member variables. Behavior. Okay. Methods with logic. And state is used. Okay. State is used in the behavior. Data is used in the logics of the methods. methods is called, come on, bean class or component class. Definitely called as bean class or component class. Yes, guys. Now listen carefully. Public class, bank operations service. What is that? Public class bank operations service. Here I am having long MID. Are branch ID is called MID now, boss. Long MID. Next, private string IFSC code. Private string IFSC code. Come on, guys. String location. String bank name. String bank name. This is called what, guys? State. This is called what, guys? State. Okay, guys. Next, here I have some methods, guys. I have some methods. Public string withdraw. Public string withdraw. Come on. Public string withdraw. Long account number. Okay, long account number, long MID, float amount. Float amount. Yes, boss. Withdraw logic is there. Similarly, I am having deposit method. Which method, guys? Deposit method. Long account number, long MID, and what? Float amount. Super, guys. Similarly, I am having transfer money method. Transfer money method. Long source account number, guys. Long destination account number, guys. Long source account number, long destination account number. Okay. Long IFSC code, guys. IFSC code and float amount. What is this? Float amount. Right. Let's see, guys. This method is having multiple things. State is there, behavior is there. And while developing behavior, state will be used or not. All these are business logics, guys. It's a serious class. It's a serious class. Come on. Class with the JDBC code. Component class. Class with business logics. Component class. It's a serious class, guys. It can be POSO class, it can be non-POSO class. But main concern is state should be there, behavior should be there. While writing logics in the behavior, state should be utilized. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay, guys. We can develop component class. Component class either as POSO class or non-POSO class. That is not important. POSO class or non-POSO class. Right, guys. Now listen. Class with business logic. Come on. Class with, what is that? Persistence logic. Okay, generally class with business logic is called service class. Class with persistence logic is called DAO. I'll introduce what is DAO later. Not compulsory, state should be used in all the methods. At least in few methods it should be used, guys. Okay, servlet component class. Servlet component class, come on. And etc. classes. Servlet component class and etc. classes are called Yes, our servlet. Our servlet class is reusable or not? We develop servlet class having state and behavior. And that state and behavior is having reusability or not, guys? Come on. Reusability is the main concept, guys. But that reusability should have including state and behavior. Service class business logics are reusable. Persistence logics are reusable. Servlet component logics are reusable. All these classes are called as what? Component classes or bean classes. Since it is confusing, come on. It is confusing. Bean class, Java bean is confusing. Java people also uses the terminology component class a lot. Java people also adopted Microsoft terminology only. Bean class terminology is not popular, guys. Okay. Microsoft component classes terminology is very popular. I think you are getting slowly clarity about Pozo class, Java bean and component class. Pozo class, ordinary class without specialities. Logics may be there, may not be there. Member variables may be there, may not be there. Only concern is it is an ordinary class without specialities. Should be in a position to be compiled by using Java libraries. Understanding my point. Should not implement any technology or framework specific interfaces. Should not extend from technology or framework specific classes. That's the main thing. Java Bean is a Java class, basically Pozo class with some standards, mainly getter setter method standards. Understanding my point. Component class, guys, no standards, nothing. It can be Pozo, it can be non-Pozo, but it should have a state and behavior should have a business logic, utilizing the state, having reusability. Having reusability, that is main important thing. Component bean word comes from reusability, guys. I hope you are understanding point. No confusion about component class. The component class should have business logic in business methods. Okay, business method should contain, I will write, having reusability. Having reusability. Fine, I'm giving 1 minute time. I think you are clear about Pozo class, Java Bean class, and component class, guys. Very much clear. Member variables are called state, methods are called behavior. Shall I move to next discussion, guys? Give me 2 minutes time. I'll come to our basic. Today I will launch what is what. Tomorrow I will give a lot of clarity on Spring Bean. Spring Bean class, guys. Okay, guys. Sir, behavior means method. Inside the behavior, business logic will be there. Understanding my statement? Pozo is a class, Pozi is a interface. Whoever asking this question, please refer yesterday's class once. No, utility class is different, guys. Prasad, that is the different. I cannot introduce now. You will get later. Generally, the Java class with static methods is called utility class. No, I don't want to confuse you. Leave it that. See, generally all classes contains private properties, not only DTO. Every Java class generally contains private properties only, methods as the public. Methods as the public. Shall I give at least basic introduction about Spring Bean today, guys? Are you ready? Yes, guys. Now tell me. The Java class whose object is created and managed by Spring container. Spring container is called Spring Bean class. This is the main constraint, boss. We should not create object. There is a special container called Spring container, guys. Okay. So those Spring containers should create and manage the object. First of all, tell me, the people who know Servlet, tell me, who creates and manages our Servlet class object? Servlet container, right? Similarly, we have a Spring container. Spring containers are not alternate to Servlet container. They are different, they are separate. Come on. I'll introduce what is container also, don't worry. Okay. I'll introduce what is container also, don't worry. But there is a special component called Spring container. If class is loaded, object is created, object is managed, everything is done by Spring container, then it is called as what? Spring Bean. Okay. So what is container? First, let me explain. Container is a Java application that is running continuously, that is running continuously, having capability of managing given component or resource whole life cycle from birth to death. What do you mean by birth to death, guys? Object creation to object destruction. Object creation to object destruction. Come on, guys. Container is a Java application that is running continuously, having capability of managing given component or resource whole life cycle. Whole life cycle means birth to death, everything it will take care. When to create object, when to destroy object, how to manage object, everything will be taken care by what? Container. Array, I can say one thing, guys. Container is like an aquarium taking care of fish life cycle. Come on, guys. Container is like an aquarium taking care of fish life cycle. Once we drop fish into an aquarium, guys, everything of the fish will be taken care by what? Aquarium or not? How to provide food, how to provide water, how to provide oxygen, everything will be taken care by whom? Aquarium itself. So natural aquariums also there. Lakes, natural aquariums. Ocean, natural aquarium. Come on. Rivers, natural aquarium. Okay, tell me, guys, once fish is dropped, okay, the river will take care of what? Survival of the fish. River only will take care of what? Everything related to the fish survival. Agree with me, guys? Containers are like aquariums. Okay, aquariums, which are taking care of, the components, component life cycle like fishes. like fishes. Once we give fish to aquarium, the wants to it will take care of the survival of the fish. Similarly, once we give Java class or Spring Bean class to Spring container, the the Spring container, the Spring container manages the whole life cycle of what, guys? The whole life cycle of Spring Bean class. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Yes, it's something like this, guys. You feel it is an aquarium, you feel it is a container or aquarium. Aquarium. Right. These are the components, guys. Component 1, component 2, component 3, like this. These are also called fishes. Component 1, which is like fish. Component 2, which is like fish. Component 3, which is like fish. Component 4, which is like this. Okay, guys. Component 4. Surlet component life cycle will be taken care by servlet container. Spring components, spring beans life cycle. Come on. Spring bean life cycle will be taken care by spring containers. Will be taken care by spring container. I hope you are understanding my statement, guys. Once I give any spring bean class to spring container, loading that class, creating that object, managing that object, everything will be taken care by spring container. So such class is called spring bean. Such class is called spring bean. Very interesting point. Everyone please focus. Any class can be, any concrete class can be taken as, any concrete class can be taken as a spring bean class. Any concrete class, guys, can be taken as spring bean class. Spring bean class can be a user defined class, predefined class. Predefined class can be a user defined class or predefined class or third party supplied class. But okay, its object creation must be done by spring container. Please give me 2 minutes time. Very important discussion. Spring bean class can be a user defined class, predefined class, third party class, but its object creation must be done by object creation and management must be done by spring container. That is most important, guys. Okay, next one. Spring bean can be a Spring bean class can be a pozo class, non-pozo class, Java bean class, component class. Are you understanding my point? Component class. Okay. Whose object creation and management is done by Spring container. Whose object creation and management is done by Spring container. Indirectly, what guys? Life cycle management is done by whom? Life cycle management is done by whom? Spring container. Are you understanding my point? Yes. Okay. Someone is asking me what is the difference between predefined and third party. Array, predefined means Java supplied, Spring supplied classes. Hibernate supplied classes. They are predefined. Third party, not programmer, not vendor, not Java people, not programmer. Some other companies, some XYZ companies, your friend has supplied, some other corner company has supplied. That is called third party. In the issue of Kashmir, India is party 1, Pakistan is party 2, China is party 3. So that third party countries, China is a third party country. Got it or not? See, I'm using Spring, guys. I'm using Java, I'm using Spring. So party 1 is developer, party 2 is what? Sun Microsystem or Pivotal company. Because Spring is given by Pivotal on the top of Java. So party 2 is Sun Microsystem and what? Pivotal. No, not these two parties. Some other company is giving Java class. That class is called third party class. Some other company, some other vendor is giving Java class. That class is called what? Third party class. I hope you got a clarity, guys. This is just introduction of Spring Bean. So what is conclusion, guys? Spring Bean class can be literally any class. Only the condition is its life cycle management should be done by Spring container. That means that class loading, object creation, object management, object destruction, everything should be done by whom? Spring container. Then it is called Spring Bean. Here, no rules to develop Spring Bean, guys. No standards to develop Spring Bean class, guys. Any class can be taken as Spring Bean. Only the thing is we have to give that class to Spring container, and Spring container should manage entire life cycle of that class. Then it is called as what? Spring Bean class. I hope I am succeeded to give differences between Pozo class, Java Bean class, component class, and Spring Bean class. Tomorrow I will raise more questions and I will give more clarity. More questions, more clarity. I will put the subject in different angles. Don't worry about it. I hope you are going good. Yeah, the people who already know Spring, they also realized there is something to learn. Are you realizing? Are you realizing, guys? Okay. All classes are happening in offline mode. Okay, in Hyderabad, restriction has come on schools and institutes not to run the offline classes. So now onwards, every class happens in online mode. For a few days, government has given orders. So no offline classes for next 10-15 days minimum. Later, the government takes a decision, then we will think about the review. Guys, the people who are already having little Spring knowledge, Surya, I will explain Spring container more. Today, I just introduced Spring Bean class. Tomorrow, I will talk more about Spring containers. Yes, Icaris and C3P0 fall under third party. Don't worry. Today, you just worry about Spring Bean. I'll talk more about Spring containers. This is just introduction, guys. Fine. Pawan, you can continue. Pawan, you continue. Maniksha, Okay, Flipkart will pass data to PayPal in the form of DTO, credit card details, debit card details. I already discussed that. Sir, only initial 3-4 classes will be there in the YouTube, guys. Everything you have to collect from live class. Why do you need these many classes? Hari's classes are there. Based on their work, we categorized them. For example, human beings are only male and female, but we are also categorizing what? Good people, bad people, short-heighted people, long-heighted people, fatty people, lean people. Understanding my statement? Same thing. All these are classes. Based on our utilization, they are categorized. Someone asked one interesting question, guys. Why these many classes? Why these many classes? Class is class only. But according to our utilization, we are giving some name. According to our utilization, we are giving some name. Yogi Raj, once you got Servlet knowledge, you can learn web services. But I'm going to give basic knowledge of Spring REST before launching microservices. Right. Patil, you can collect initial 3-4 classes from internet. Okay, Ritesh, Java and JavaScript, I cannot talk, but one is web technology, one is programming language. Okay, guys. Anmol, I think in this week you have to complete all registration formalities. Surya Kumar, BO contains data related to database table to be inserted or to be read. Okay, Mayur, this is just introduction. You are going to see more depthness in the coming days. Don't worry. That clarity and depthness I will promise. You trust me and follow me. I will give depth subject. My slogan is only one thing. Believe yourself, believe me, believe Spring, believe Java. Everything else I will take care. Ritesh Kumar, don't worry. After 2-3 days, admin will officially change link. Whoever completed registration, for all of them as SMS message, you will get the link. Okay, guys. 6:30 a.m. not possible, guys. 7 a.m. okay. Yeah, the people who are having offices, they can leave, boss. When new advanced Java batch starts, April 5th. April 5th. Please help me in servlet. Srividya madam, can you ask me the question? BO, VO, DTO still maintain in real time. Yes, in real time still they are used, guys. But some places they are replacing everything with model class. But still in some projects they are using. That depends upon maturity of the developers. Harris, I'm going to give very basic knowledge of Hibernate, but still it is recommended to do course on Hibernate. If you want to learn React JS, you should have a JavaScript knowledge. Vivek Kumar, I will conduct resume preparation and interview tip session. From there, you can collect it. Rachana madam, once Sudhakar Sharma starts React JS class or Angular JS classes, I'll announce in the classroom. You can go and attend. There's a separate batch to attend. Gayatri, if you don't take getter setter method as public, how you set the data in the source and how you read the data in the destination? Okay, data will always be accessed only through getter setter method. Member variables will be taken private for security reason. Okay, Shamunkanta, there is no good online tutorial for Hibernate, but you can get basics by spending any tutorial website. Yeah, Vinay Kumar, I'll definitely give depth knowledge. That's what people expects from me. When Hibernate starts in the month of April, Hibernate will be there. Surya Kumar, we will see integration, no problem. Surya tools will start in the month of April. Right now for a project batch is not there. In future, in future I'll announce. Redux will not be covered, but WebFlex will be covered in this course. Can we get course material? Yes, everyday content will be uploaded to YouTube channel, guys. All applications will be shared with you people. Okay, guys. Aritre, please talk to admin for fees related details. Niranjan, we will be seeing multiple mini projects based on real-time standards. My Hibernate intro classes are there, but everything is not there in the YouTube channel. Anjay Ramana, we will be learning basics of Spring REST in order to enjoy microservices. But if you want depthness, you have to learn multiple batches. I am your 2016 student, if you remember me, working in Capgemini consultant. Rahul Diware. Welcome, Rahul Diware. Yes, you can get depth knowledge of microservices. Don't worry about it. Aditya, only initial classes will be there in the YouTube. All classes will not be there in the YouTube. If you are trying as a full stack developer, DevOps is required, but not immediately. 5 years experience, 6 years experience, then you have to think about DevOps. Current topic in 6 p.m. batch. Core module is about to complete. Yeah, to attend this class, Core Java is the main prerequisite, but parallel you have to learn Servlet JSP. Right. Thank you, guys. We'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow onwards session will be why some people calls. Yeah, see guys, you can call model class, BO class as domain class also, because they are representing certain domain data, employee data, customer data, all these things. Sumit Anand will be using Java 8, 9, 11 features. 11 feature, whenever that feature comes, I will explain. 5 to 6 years experience, you should learn DevOps and AWS. Can I attend next Servlet batch? Okay, whatever batch coming, there you plan it. Before I launch Spring MVC, Spring Boot MVC, make sure that you got Servlet knowledge. Okay, guys. Nageshwar Rao, Servlet JSP knowledge is important in order to learn Spring REST, in order to learn Spring Boot MVC, in order to learn microservices. They are the fundamentals. Okay, guys. Surendra Kumar, I am not taking AWS and DevOps session. My slots are not free, but our institute is offering DevOps and AWS sessions. Okay. Surya, you are in 3rd year. In my organization, Naresh IT is offering this one. For 3 years experience, nearly 15 plus tools are there you have to learn. Anyhow, they will be covered along with the classes, don't worry. Srividya, you can plan in the next batch or you can continue in existing batch by attending the backup classes. No recorded videos will be provided. You have to attend live classes. Surya Kumar, Jenkins will be covered. In that one, pipelining also will be covered. For full stack 5 years, what we have to learn? Core, advanced, Hibernate, Spring Boot with microservices. Okay. And DevOps and AWS. Or at least DevOps you have to learn. Surya, you are going in a good direction. Core, advanced, Spring is sufficient for you. If time permits, learn Hibernate. When we'll start React JS of this package? Okay, I don't know your name, Mister. Whenever Sudhakar Sarma sir announce that batch, you are ready. You can go and sit in this batch. Though it is given along with the course, it's a separate course conducted by Sudhakar Sarma sir. Whenever batch starts, I will announce, you can go it. Amin Mohammed, Advanced Java syllabus mainly consists JDBC, Servlet, JSP, and lot of miscellaneous topics like JSTL, expression language, servers, okay, JNDA, and number of things. You can see you can get the content from the Naresh IT website or from my group.